We play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the next episode of Traveling Through the Realms of Age of Sigmar. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the Realm of Ghyran, otherwise the Realm of Life. If you haven't noticed, each realm has a funky name that goes along with it that can be hard to remember. Thankfully, they have their common names too. So Ghyran, Life, Akshi, Fire, and so on and so forth. So this one, we're going to talk about what life in the Realm of Life is like, a little bit of its history, but remember, we're just scratching the surface here, so if you want more information, make sure you check out the Age of Sigmar core rulebook. Also, another place for the Realm of Life, just like the Realm of Fire, we have a lot of information in the Season of War Firestorm Campaign. The campaign itself is in the Realm of Fire, but it talks a lot about the links that it has to the Realm of Life, so it shows a lot of the details, some of the cities, and some of the culture there as well. Once again, just like all the other realms, it is very diverse. We're trying to talk about it in 10 or 15 minutes, minimizes a lot. Imagine me trying to tell some alien what Earth is like in 15 minutes. There's a lot of diversity, but we'll try to cover some of the basics. Also, after you finish watching this video, we've got an exciting battle report for you to watch that'll be fought in the Realm of Life, using the Realm of Life rules in the Age of Sigmar book, as well as the Malign Sorcery rules that add even more for it. That will be in a link in the video description below. Let's talk about the Realm of Life. So just like all of the other winds of magic, the magic of life coalesced into a life-giving realm. This one's probably the easiest to relate to because all you have to think of is something that is abundant with life. Whereas the Realm of Fire has a lot of various ecosystems that are all related to fire, this one has a lot of different ecosystems that are all related to life. What the Realm of Life is not is just one giant forest. A forest is definitely a common sight in the Realm of Life, just like volcanoes are a more common sight in the Realm of Fire, but they do not define what it all is. And the kingdoms of the Realm of Life are known as the Jade Kingdoms, mainly because the realm stone of the Realm of Life is Jade. Jade is where you can see the most concentrated magic within it. And so those nearest the core, the kingdoms nearest the core of the realm sphere, are like cultivated gardens and sun-dappled lawns, as it says in the book, where the kingdoms at the edges of Ghyran's vastness are overgrown with lush jungle to the point of being utterly impenetrable by anything other than Ghyran's multitude of insects. So just as the magics get crazier and crazier and more unstable towards the outside, so does the life. In fact, you probably don't want to go out there because in one of the sources, it said that anytime you go near the edge of any of the realms, you start to experience intense magic from that realm. And so whereas the Realm of Death would instantly strip you of all your life and just cause you to be dead, the Realm of Life does the opposite. It instantly causes you to be very much alive. And you might think, well, that sounds like a great thing, maybe I'll be immortal. But we're talking like anything from turning you instantly into a tree that lives forever but is a tree, to all of a sudden you start giving birth over and 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 over again, forever and ever. It's pretty wild and it's pretty crazy, and unless you are a very powerful wizard or a god, you probably want to stay far, far away from the realm's edge. Especially because before you get there, long before you get there, life itself is going to be very dangerous for you, just because of how magical it happens to be. So this place, everything, remember the very matter that is formed in these realms is permeated by the magic itself. It's formed of the magic. And so all the different things that you see in the Realm of Life are infused with life magic. We talked a bit about it in the Realm of Fire video, where how they actually traded with water that they imported from the Realm of Life. And so in this case, that water, it would heal sicknesses. It would help to fertilize your plants a lot better than water from other realms might, especially water from the Realm of Death. You can only imagine what that would do. It's just better water. You can almost think of it as just like water with more nutrients, but it's not the nutrients that make it better, it's the fact that it's just flowing with the magics of the Realm of Life. So it's just all these different things. It's easier to grow things in the Realm of Life, but it's almost too easy in a lot of places. In fact, a lot of the human or Duradin or Elven settlements have to constantly battle the fact that the forest is constantly encroaching on their territory. They have to keep cutting it back. Imagine having to cut your grass a few times a day, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be able to walk into your house because the grass is growing too fast. You might complain about in the springtime that you got to cut it a couple times because you just cut it the other day, but this is even crazier than that. In fact, we even have this really cool city of Hammerhall, which you may have heard of, which is a twin city in the realm of fire and the realm of life. And the reason it's a twin city is because there's this huge realm gate, and they've built the one city on the one side of the realm gate in the realm of life, and the other city on the other side of the realm gate. So it's technically two cities, but they're joined so much in everything they do that they become one city. And the realm of life side actually allows lava to flow through the realm gate, so they can use the lava to burn back all of the growth that's coming from the realm of life. That is how quickly it grows, in that they have to use lava to keep it at bay. So it's pretty crazy that they have to do that. And then of course, on the other hand, they then export their life-giving water to the realm of life, amongst a ton of other things that go between those two things. So the city of Hammerhall is huge, and it has a huge culture and subcultures of its very own. So you can imagine the types of races that would enjoy the realm of life. Now, I should point out that every race is pretty much in every realm, but there's going to be certain races where certain realms kind of hit home a little more than others. For example, in the realm of life, we've got the Sylvaneth, our tree people. They are protectors of life. Now, they're not just protectors of life as in life magic, but any cycles of life is something that they are a very big friend of. And of course, they worship the goddess Alariel. And she is technically the quasi-goddess of the realm of life. Just like Grimnir was the big god of the realm of fire until he died, she is kind of the one that's most prevalent in the realm of life. It's not to say that she rules the whole thing, because she doesn't really. There's very few gods that rule their entire realm, but she is a big presence there. There's even a really interesting area. This is just one small area in the Everspring Swath. So the Everspring Swath itself is just a couple subcontinents that make up a small part of the realm of life, but there is tons of stuff in there. In fact, pretty much all the lore for Age of Sigmar for the realm of life comes from this one place. But there is the one continent of Verdia. This is where Alariel actually decided to live. What was weird about Verdia is that every creature and every plant and everything is all female. And its neighboring continent of Thyria, or Thyria, however you say that, is all male. And so there's seasons that come where the two of them will go together and they'll mate and make new life. But it's not just the plant life and the animal life and that go together and mate. The very lands themselves will move and mate and create new lands. That is how crazy life magic is, that the very lands themselves conceive new lands because of the wonderful magics of life. They've all got their own problems, of course. The other factions are there. And the biggest problem the realm of life has had to face, especially during the Age of Chaos, is the attention of the Chaos God of Nurgle. Chaos God of Nurgle is the god of plagues, the god of disease, the god of despair. But it would be wrong to say that Nurgle is a fan of killing things. In fact, Nurgle doesn't want to kill things. Nurgle loves life. Nurgle is probably the happiest of all the Chaos gods. Absolutely loves life, but not the way that we like it. He's a big fan of decaying life, of transforming life from one thing to something putrid and something pretty awful in our standards. And yet disease and all the bacteria and all the horrible things that happen, and to him, they're just part of the cycle, that they'll always create something new. But the new things that he creates, it's not like, oh, this decomposed and then it fertilized a pretty flower. No, it creates pretty horrible things. And when he saw the realm of life, oh, he was excited. He's like, this is the realm for me. Where Khorne really identified with the realm of fire because of the combat that would happen there and the culture there, Nurgle saw the realm of itself as his new garden, and he conquered it, large portions of it, during the Age of Chaos. And he twisted it and turned it to his own purpose. He wanted to eventually turn the entire thing into one more of his realms, to increase the size of the Plague Garden as he plagues it. And he's still to this very day trying to achieve that. Although during the Age of Sigmar, with the arrival of the Stormcast Eternals, they have been pushed back quite a bit and a lot of the land reclaimed. But Nurgle is still abundant throughout all of this land. So life in the realm of life is hugely varied, just like life itself is. There are cities built that float above craters. There are cities built that are like Hammerhall right beside the Realm Gate. There are this living city grown to glory in a matter of days by the magic of the Everqueen, Ilariel. There is huge woods. There are oceans abundant with life, and this is everything you can imagine. But there's also plenty of places that are currently going through the death part of their cycles. Remember, there's the regular seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter, but the Realm of Life even has other seasons like the burgeoning, the reaping, secret remorse, the great lack, and a dozen more. It doesn't just do life. It does it in abundance, but it also cycles it so much. And the Sylvaneth are big protectors of that. In fact, the Sylvaneth have gone to all the other realms to find their weird ways of life and to protect them, even though they're not like the life in the Realm of Life. So that's the primary faction I would say that you're going to find in the Realm of Life is Sylvaneth. All the others are there, of course, too. But you can see how Sylvaneth would have such a connection to this very realm. So that's the basics of what the Realm of Life is. Just like the other realms, we got kind of this flatter thing going on, and we only know so much about so little a part of the actual realm itself. But what we do know gives us a really rich background for playing our games of Age of Sigmar and our narrative campaigns as well. In fact, our entire narrative campaign, Illarath's Awakening, which has already gone out, you can go and look that up. Maybe we'll put a link in the video description below. Actually happened totally in the Realm of Life in the subcontinent of Illarath, which is one that isn't even in the lore for Games Workshop that we created ourselves because there's just so much area to do so. And you can go and check that out. But also in the MiniWarGaming Vault right now is a brand new battle report, fought in the Realm of Life, using the Realm of Life rules and all the extra sorcery stuff as well. That is the link in the video description below. Make sure you click that. And if you're not a Vault member, still click it and then go get a free trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault so you can get access to all the other Age of Sigmar 2nd Edition content that we have been creating. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more traveling through the realms. Make sure you leave comments of what you'd like to see in future episodes, and happy wargaming.